Hello, it me. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I brought this little thing that Porco got because for my phone, but maybe it'll work on here too. If I could figure out how to do it. Oh look, it's like magic. It like spreads. This isn't gonna fit in here, will it? Maybe. It's very. Oh, I don't know if I trust this. It's not very safe. Especially if I put it down on a not very safe area, like the tub in my bathroom. But that actually might look like it might work. I used to use this to push down my tissues and my paper towels that I shouldn't use, but those are two things that I can't seem to give up. And it's not even too cold, but see, now that's not good. Now I'm gonna have to come up. Let's see, can we do it? Does it? Oh, it doesn't even go up even more. Well, what the fuck good is it? I need the. Who the hell does this? Do these get longer? This thing sucks, my love. I love you, but what is this? It's for a wrap top or something? I guess it's always face down at an angle. Yeah, I guess it's not meant for this. But then a pork, I could just do, I think the only thing I could do is do a full-on this and then make it go higher. Like almost completely up and down. Oh, of course that's what I'm gonna end up doing. And then there will literally be, is that still working? Yeah. There will literally be shards flying into the camera. That would be very exciting. I'm sure. I don't know if this is the best angle. But, it does seem sort of about right. I don't know. Let's just try it and see. Because maybe we just need to bring it really in right at crotch level. Because you want it near the face. And then, when I turn it, I'm going to put the foot. I'm not doing feet, I'm doing hands. Duh! And it really should be up here. Because I do a lot of it down there, but you know what? I could do it up here too. I don't even put this light on. I really should get something to drink though. Very dehydrated. I'm not bringing the camera in because I just got it nice. I'm not going to bring the camera in because, I feel like I need a little something. I have this little chocolate blob. Look at this cute little chocolate lava cake that Porco, I don't think he buys it, somebody buys it, maybe his mother or his sister or his aunt. Which is very sweet, maybe for Christmas, and I would never buy this, it must be so expensive. I love it. But anyway, hot cocoa. Anyway. Mmm. Mmm. For the cutting, I think I just do it like this. So I had this idea that I got high. I ate a brownie. And it filled me with like energy and creativity. I have to cut my nails tonight, but I could record it. Because I haven't really done much recording lately. Because I haven't been drinking. And I usually only record when I'm drinking lately, I guess. But not even then. Not myself. Maybe I got bored. But I thought, oh, that would be fun. And then I thought, oh, it would be even more fun if I had like a Zoom party with people. So I was like, oh, who's gonna watch that? I just wrote this whole thing for like this 2-hour long stone thing that ended up going in a million tangents, like is normal for me. Like thinking like, oh, who, this would be more fun to cut my nails if I record it. I don't want to waste being stoned on just cutting my nails. I don't need to be stoned to cut my nails. Although I did like having a few drinks to cut my nails because I hate cutting my nails, and like being fucked up just makes it more bearable and more fun. It's not that horrible. It actually ends up going much faster, but like I do it fortnightly. And like masturbating, what I call yoinking the croink, which I also do fortnightly on the other alternating Wednesdays, basically. It's just like a chore. I'd rather be doing something else. Even though I definitely need to get fucked up to do that. But I've been doing it without drinking also. So I guess I could do this without drinking. But recording actually makes it easier, I think. But it makes it actually harder because I spent 2 hours writing that stupid thing that then I was like, this is ridiculous. This whole thing is stupid. No one's going to do this. Then I was thinking, oh, they probably have fucking TikToks about this or podcasts where they're just sitting because like, well, then I thought, is that so crazy to, have like, I don't know, if I would say, I would call it a talk show. It could just be like, like a book club, but virtual for, while you're cutting your nails. Because like cutting your nails is something you have to kind of devote some attention to with your eyes. At least I do. And, but you could still talk, I think. But then I was thinking, oh, do people even really talk when they're getting their nails done? I think of the nail salon on the corner, around the corner from me, on the corner, kind of. And it's like what I think of as like the typical nail salon, but really it's the typical nail salon around me, which is not the typical nail salon. But that nail salon and the salons that I've seen are all basically the same. This one is like brightly lit, and it's mostly white women, seemingly white women, presumably white women, presumably women, getting their nails done by presumably some Asian women for some reason. I don't know exactly where in Asia. I'm not that good. I'm not lying. I know it's probably very racist of me, but I would think that that's probably typical of most non-Asian people in the United States. Not that that makes it better, but yeah, it's in my in my experience, that's not atypical. I don't know really if there is a solution. I'm not even sure all Asian people really can tell the difference between all other Asian people. There's so many different Asian cultures. I don't know if you can really tell the difference just by looking at someone. But anyway, talking about tangents. Tangentia, that would be my drag name. Tangentia. I'm not doing as good of a job because I guess not talking actually helps do a good job. So maybe that's why they don't seem to be talking in the salon, which I went on a diatribe about on my Facebook post, thinking that maybe it had more to do with some seeming power imbalance and like, do these Asian women really wanna be there? Like, I've heard horror stories about places where I don't know if this is true anymore, but where it was horrible conditions and these women were basically being held hostage, tricked into coming to the United States and then having their passports basically stolen from them, kept from them. And basically they were just like slaves. They had like room and board, like 1 million women packed into, wherever. And basically they really didn't have a choice because they couldn't go to the authorities because they knew they were coming in to this country illegally. Like they paid snakeheads or whatever to get them to this country supposedly with a job, and it ends up being something like this, and where they're not really free and they're not really, I don't know what they're, it's not the American dream they were hoping for, let's put it that way. But I don't know if that stuff still goes on. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. And that's not the kind of party that I'm thinking about having here. I'm sure, as I also said in my Facebook post, that there are probably some places, some neighborhoods, where it's a whole different vibe at their nail salons, and it's like a party, and it's like, I don't know who, people, I'm thinking of like, what's her name? I don't know, but something about the nail salon, and where it's just like, everybody's just friends. It's all like peers. And it's like everyone's just hanging out and chatting and like gossiping. I think that's my impression of like nail salons where, women of color are the main clientele that are probably owned by other women of color. And then it's just like, a whole different vibe. That's what we're doing here, but except for it's only in my mind and it's also in my bathroom. But nobody's actually here. It would just be like digitally or, some other way. Every way, hopefully, ideally. In my ideal talk show or whatever, book club, nail cutting club. It would be, you don't have to cut your nails. It would be fun. It would be like a party. I mean, it's hard to have music at a place where you want to talk, but that was pretty good. Excuse me for all who are offended by normal bodily functions, but Oh, I love to verp. I love to verp and I love to burp. I wonder what verping is. Maybe it's something like a queef. Verp. Anyway, now I really lost my train of thought. I missed my train of thought. But, yeah, so, but then by the end of that, writing that thing, I thought, oh, this is stupid. This is a bad idea. Although there probably already are like TikToks and podcasts or something like that. I don't know if everybody is, I don't know if it's live. It's such a stupid idea, but I bet they have like podcasts at like, hair salons where it's like a party. Barber salons, I think they do have stuff like that. Why not in my bathroom? And it would be fortnightly because that's as often as I do my nails. So it would be perfect. It's always on Wednesday usually, unless something else is happening. But it's got to happen. I mean, sometimes it doesn't. But this would be good because this would make sure that I get it done. Maybe actually. It may take me like 3 hours instead of 30 minutes. But I don't know, maybe I'd get better as I do it. This is why I can't do video and yoink the crank at the same time, even though apparently that's the thing to do. Apparently that's where at least 90% of men are after work or in the morning or at some point during the day on either their phones or their laptops or on their computers or somewhere, or just not even, but yes, probably masturbating. It is, and some of them are doing it for hours every day, multiple times a day. And I was doing that too, but that's why I brought it down to every other week, because it was just like, I just can't be bothered. Not that I wanted to do it for hours. Of course, the less I did it, the more I was prone to do it longer, because I was only doing it once every other week at that point. Forget about when I went down to just once a week, which apparently is the norm, from my understanding. Maybe the older you get, the less rigid you are, but I think even at this point still, people think it's outrageous that I don't do any kind of yoinking, joinking. I just say orgasming? People don't like normal words. Ejaculating. For that long, people still seem to think that that's crazy. So even people my age, so I think that's still not the norm. But I think once a week isn't really even. Maybe, I don't know if that's the norm or not. It doesn't seem like it, but maybe. I don't know how I got back to that, but something about how long it takes. Oh, yeah, right. But now that I'm not drinking at the moment, since New Year's Eve, another story. It's been much more efficient, so that's good. Another positive aspect. But someone, I think it was that Dan Savage guy who I used to read a lot, after he got the woman who did the sex column at the Village Voice, well, not that he got her fired, but she was fired. I doubt she quit. I really liked her, but she was all very like zen and like, treating everyone with respect, and he was perfect for like the coming millennium, Y2K, fuck that. Something like everybody lied, it just had it was a total change. And that kind of took over in like the sex thing. It was much more realistic. Like, I can't remember things that I liked about the other person. I can't remember who she was, but I did kind of like that. And I'm glad I had that. And I think people are missing that. Something to aspire to. Not that's obviously the way it's going to be. Pragmatism is obviously an ideal that we should strive for more, but the hope in something better, I think, is it's not something to abandon just because it's not pragmatic. It is pragmatic. People need hope. I think we need something to strive for, to be better. Otherwise, we just stagnate or devolve. And we have no standards like it is now. It doesn't seem like anybody really believes in anything, any ideal greater than ourselves. And we talk about democracy and freedom. But like, do people really believe that, or do they think they believe freedom for themselves? That's what it feels like. Or that at least everything is so fucked up, nobody else plays by the rules, why should I? And it is hard to argue that, especially the people who are the most powerful in the world seem to have the least amount of rules, or they just write the rules to make their lives better at our expense. So then suddenly rules are, what are rules? And they're just something that powerful people create to keep themselves in power and keep the rest of us at their mercy. Then maybe rules aren't what we thought they were. Maybe rules aren't things that we should be following. Or maybe we should be making our own rules, which is what I think. But of course it goes against the whole concept of civilized society. But I mean that we should be making new rules, making a new system to replace the old system. Don't just get rid of it before we have something new in place. But like, why do we just accept that things just are the way they are? Isn't this what everyone wants? A deep discussion of basically what it means to be human and alive in 2024, whatever that means, while you're getting your nails cut. See, I did the cutting over here, which really was not, I don't think it was even on camera. If I had like a head thing, I do have that, and I do have the GoPro. I could actually do the close-up, but Porco would not approve. And I don't think most people are probably not looking for that. This is more of but it would be like, I could switch it up. Maybe I could have a toe lever, like when they're on the band, when the bands play and they click it with their toe, and they could switch to another camera, like here, close up on the nail filing. I could just also go like this, nail filing, but I don't want to get nail files in the lens. I also don't know if it's still recording. It could have just stopped recording, which I think it does every once in a while. And maybe after I finish this hand, because I don't know if I do this like other people do this, you probably don't see how most people do their nails unless it's your loved one. I certainly don't see my husband doing his nails. I do see him biting his nails. I don't know what else he does, but whatever he does is a nightmare, and I wouldn't want to watch because his nails are, I don't think he does it right. but he does it too close. Ow, it looks like it hurts. I think it does sometimes. But I did used to watch my mother do her nails. Mother Wolfman, shout out to Mother Wolfman, wherever you are. Maybe in another dimension at this point. Who knows? But, oh boy, did I ever watch Mother Wolfman do her nails. And still, to this day, she used to do them. Now she goes and gets them done. Now that she's poor and on, Medicaid and Medicare but that's the one joy she says that she has left in life. So I don't give her too much shit for it. And I think she does talk to the person who does her nails. I think it's some dude, actually. He must be gay, but maybe not. And in Boca Raton, Florida. Has there not been a show based in a nail salon? There must be a show in a nail salon. But they're probably focusing more on the personalities of the different workers, which is probably good. But maybe they're, I don't know. Yeah, this is not about the workers. But yeah, that's the vibe that I'd be going for. More of a party. And we could have guests, and it could even be a guest in the thing. But no, see, for me, it's just going to be in my bathroom. And I think it's going to be called a fortnightly, just fortnightly. Like the Today Show is like today. I think it's just going to be fortnightly. Because it's every 2 weeks, and I think that's what fortnightly means. I think we really should be bringing back fortnightly. I didn't realize it meant every 2 weeks, although some people say it's 15 days, but I'm just going to go by 2 weeks. Bi-weekly, which also could be twice a week, but that's confusing. So fortnightly, there's no confusion. And it tends to be on a Wednesday, the day before Porco comes over, although we don't know if that's going to last. But, we could change things up like they do on Twitch. They just have it. Oh, I could do it on Twitch. Some people are playing video games. Some people are playing music. And, why can't I have my own nail? I call it cutting my nails. I have to cut my nails. But I guess in this case, it really could be called clipping. But the thing was, I basically use the same thing, but this one broke. And I don't like this one's new, this little thingy that I use to file my nails. And I don't like the big ones either that Mother Wolfman used to use. And Steven, he's still got a million of them. He says the ones in England are better. So he brought over 100,000 of them just so he would always have the British version of a nail file. Which now, ironically, he hates anyone trying to cut his nails. I think he just used to nail file them himself. He probably was afraid of the cutting. Maybe that's why he hates it so much. So I told him to just file them, but they're not supposed to do any of that. Jesus. But let's check and see, because I just did one nail, one hand. Let's see if we're still recording. Oh my goodness, we are. That's pretty crazy. It's 28 minutes. Is it possible? Maybe that's where I should end it. One hand for tonight. Because that's a pretty long time. That's pretty good, I think. That could be fun. It would be more fun if I was drinking. I'm just more fun when I'm drinking, but I'm probably also more out of control, and I don't even know if I'd be able to put it together. But so a half an hour for one hand, it's usually a half an hour for two. So let's be done with this for now, because this is a good experiment. I'm never going to watch this because I'll never sit through. I always want to do something else. But, yeah. This will just go with the rest of them. In the files, never to be seen again. Unless one day, either when I am strapped to a bed like Steven, not literally, but if I am stuck in bed, and I can't get out of bed, maybe, but I can't imagine because there's always other things that I want to see the new. I hate looking back. That's why I never make anything. This is sort of like